It's a great way to start the game.
Actually, oh no, that's how we started last game. God.
Oh, sorry.
It always happens, so I just forget what It all seems the same.
It happens so often. It all just runs together.
At this point, you just need a dedicated cantrip called Heal Casimir. Levy specifically, since I think he's the
Yeah,
one who's
could I
jumped
get
to
like
the
an
most.
item, and it's just like heals a paladin from this order if
Can I get him a wand as like a gift?
Oh gosh, that would be great. Wow. All right. Well, welcome back, everybody, to Adventure with Advantage, episode 21. I know, man.
We're legal now.
We
can drink.
Nice.
Question: everybody on this table have a drink?
Water,
No, I
baby.
didn't have time.
Right here.
I got some water.
What is that? Oh, there's a.
It's a Pit Boy. It's my massive. So wait. So here's the pitcher I keep water in.
Holy Lord, man!
That much of the water fits in this mug.
Oh my god!
Oh my god!
So
what do you have in that mug?
Coca-Cola.
Yeah. Okay.
Coca-Cola.
Yes, Coca-Cola.
He's drinking some soda pop, guys.
If I were to constantly be drinking alcohol out of this mug, I would not have a liver.
Be
That
dead on your
little,
own.
like, degraded lump.
Nice.
God.
Oh gosh. Okay. All right. Well, again, welcome back to Adventure with Advantage, episode 21. So previously, the party made their way back to Bloodthorn Castle after rescuing Garrigar, Bella's mentor, after defeating Nagar, one of the Dark Fangs. Once there, Garrigar informed Lord Montiverre that he had learned that Degnai, the leader of the Dark Fangs, was planning on something and was researching soul magic, a forbidden and dark form of necromancy. Additionally, Garrigar spoke about the Dark Fangs, a litter of Gnolls who had risen to prominence in the Carlian lowlands and united the Gnoll clans. But recently, it seems that they were empowered by some dark and twisted magic originating from the Everdark. With this information, Lord Montiverre had more planning and preparations to make. Garrigar and Bella made their way to the castle library, while the party had some free time to do as they wished. Casimir and Steelscar made their way to the armory, where they stocked up on some javelins, and Steelscar was able to find a sword that was similar to his old sword. He was soon challenged by Captain Arnel Dreskull, who wanted to prove that... Sorry, I got lost. Who wanted him to prove that he would honor the sacrifices of those who had died in Undul by staying and seeing Redbrook through this crisis. They met in the ring and had a quick duel. Steelscar came out victorious, but just by a hair, though he was surprised to see that Captain Arnal fought in a manner very similar to his own fighting style. Casimir, after watching their duel, made his way to the chapel and met an elderly woman named Sister Lethel. Sister Lethel showed Casimir many of the injured in the chapel, who he was able to heal, and she encouraged him to keep using his gift for good and gave him a book claiming he would need it on his adventures. Levy made his way to the castle library and began helping Garrigar and Bella in their research. After a few hours of researching, Garrigar had fallen asleep, and Bella began talking to Levy about her childhood and how she had grown up feeling lonely and isolated because she was the only one in her family gifted with the arcane. She struggled with the fact that there was a part of her she didn't understand, and it wasn't until Garrigar saw her pain that he decided to be her mentor. She claimed that she believed Levy was struggling with something similar, and that he was desperately looking for an answer to something. Levy and Bella eventually started talking about the issue at hand, and were pointed to a old piece of wood that was in the display case. One thing led to another, and they soon discovered that the wood once belonged to a Gnoll who had led an attack on Redbrook many, many years ago. And finally, Elamir took some time to read through his mother's notes, hoping to find some information about her and his order, the Astral Order. He hunted down Garrigar and asked him about the Astral Order. Garrigar claimed he was not very familiar with it, but had an old friend in Haramdrim named Silamine, who had worked very closely with the Order, finally giving Elamir a place to begin his search. They soon made their way down to dinner, which was interrupted by the familiar sound of 3 horns blowing. As they rushed outside and looked southward over the castle walls, they saw Nátal in flames. And so that is where we will pick up. So you guys currently stand on the castle walls. As you're looking southward, you can see the town of Natal is in flames. It's a eerily similar sight to what you experienced in Andul. And as everyone kind of is shocked by this, and you immediately begin to hear people shouting, Captain Arnall turns and runs inside, mentioning that she was going to get Lord Montiverre. As you guys are standing there, you see this. You hear a sound off to your right, and as you look over at the gate, you see a group of people come riding in on horses. And as you see them come running in, you see a few people making their way toward them, and you see someone fall off of a horse onto the ground. What would you guys like to do?
Is he injured?
You can't tell. You're a little too far away. You can get closer if you'd like.
I'm gonna rush up to the person that just rode in and
Okay.
see if they're doing well and try to pick them up.
Sure.
Yeah, I'll run over and assist him with that because I feel like I would want to make sure that whoever's coming in is not injured, and also we might get news of what's going on.
Okay.
So, yeah, basically, like I'll try to like lift them up. You know how you do like that one arm over the shoulder and like you're carrying them up.
Yeah.
Can this person do that?
You can. Yeah. Let me describe as you guys get a little closer. So as you guys approach, you see three people or three horses. There are three people one on each of the horses. One of the guards has fallen off onto the ground, and as you get a little closer, there are people surrounding him, kind of looking over him. It appears he has like an arrow just kind of in his back shoulder blade, just like, and he's bleeding profusely out of his back. And as he falls to the ground and people start gathering around, you hear one of the other guards shout, "Quickly, we need a medic, someone to help this man."
Lay on hands.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you gonna step forward and try and heal him up?
Yeah, and pull out the arrow as I'm healing him to counterbalance,
Okay.
so that he specifically heals that damage.
I was gonna pull out the arrow since I'm proficient in medicine.
Yeah. So okay, yeah, that's a good point. I'll heal.
Yeah. Go ahead and make a medicine check. Steel Scar.
All right. 19.
19. Okay, you're able to pull the arrow out without pulling out much of his flesh with it. As you see the arrow, it looks very similar to one of the arrows you experienced in Andul from the Gnolls that were attacking the town.
Okay, I take the arrow and I hold on to it so I can give it to Elamir.
Okay, and then Casimir, at this point, you just lean forward and how much are you wanting to heal him with your lay on hand?
At a glance, how severely damaged does he appear to be? I'll start with a minimum of 5. Just for stabilization.
Yeah, you go ahead. You can roll a medicine check as well to see if you can just at a glance figure out how well he's doing.
12.
12. It's a little tough. He's in his armor, but you can tell that he's bled quite a bit. It seems like he barely made it here. May have made it with the assistance of the people that were riding with him. So you are able to heal him up a little bit. His wounds seem to close up. At this point, he kind of like looks up at you, Daisy. He's like, "Thank you. I'm not sure how much longer I could have made it." And one of the guards approaches and is like, "Please take," not to you guys, but to someone around. He's like, "Someone take this man to the chapel, please. We must speak with Lord Montiverre."
And they're like, "Don't worry, I'll take him to the chapel.
Okay.
You guys can go talk."
Okay.
So, I'm gonna help him get to the chapel so he can.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with just so to help carry him, and just because I know people at the chapel. If it's the same place I've been to.
Yeah, it's the same chapel.
Okay.
So
I will not.
Yeah, it's fine. Elamir, what do you want to do?
I was gonna say I could follow the other people to see the news.
Okay. All right. So Levy and Elamir make their way toward the castle or the keep with the other guards. And Steel Scar and Casimir are gonna make their way to the chapel. We'll go with Steel Scar and Casimir real quick. So you guys carry the guard into the chapel. You make your way in through the doors. You shove them open, and as you guys get inside, it kind of reverberates throughout the chapel. Casimir, you were just here not long ago. You see a lot of familiar faces of the people that were in here when you were healing them up. You just wanted to lay him down, wanting to find someone. Would you like to do?
I'd probably, talk to one of those I recognized from my time helping there earlier. Trying to find where in my notes I put her name. Yeah, I had her name written down somewhere for the book, but.
Oh, you're talking about Sister Lethel?
Thank you.
Okay. You can walk in. At a quick glance, you don't see her. You can ask someone if she's nearby, if you'd like.
I don't specifically seek her out at this moment. I tell someone that if they see her, send her our way. But otherwise, I'm just working with any of the nearby healers or medics.
As you, so you guys, Steel Scar carries the guard over and lays him down on a bed that they've kind of prepared, and they kind of start to tend to his wounds. And Casimir, you mentioned to one of the people in the chapel who've been helping, just that if they see Sister Lethel, tell her that you'd stop by. It's a younger woman. You had seen her earlier, and as you say that, she looks at you kind of confused, and she says, who?
Can I roll a wisdom check just for that to hit home a little bit harder?
Sure.
Oh, no.
What are you rolling a check on?
For Sister Lethel not to be recognized, considering it sounded like she was one of those in charge of the healing and everything that was going on. So for them to just be like, who sounds, sorry, that's as a player that just sounds like meta.
So what'd you roll then?
He wants to do insight.
That's an insight check.
Yeah, we'll
That's
do
an
insight.
Insight.
We'll say it's
Okay.
insight.
Insight check. Okay, so my passive insight is a 12. I rolled a 15.
Okay. The woman's a little, caught up in the moment of what's going on, but from what you can gather, she is legitimately completely lost as to what you're talking about.
Okay. I tell her, okay, then I'm fine. I just clarify with her. We have someone who just rode in. They're injured. I've given them some of the basic healing to tide them over, but they need some further treatment, and I need to conserve my mana this time, just in case.
She's like, of course, it seems that the wound has been closed, but we will do everything we can to help him ensure he makes a speedy recovery. Thank you for your assistance.
I'd like to try to also track down Sister Lethel.
While you're here?
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and make just a perception, looking around, see if you can spot her among any of the people there.
Oh, perception. Crap. Oh, nat 20.
Okay. You scour the chapel. You were unable to find her.
Gotcha.
You find that obviously a little odd.
Yeah, so I fill Steel Scar in on who Sister Lethel is. I even show him the book and explain like how I helped out here, and it's kind of weird that no one knows who I'm talking about.
Steel Scar just looks confused. No,
Yeah.
I understand what he's saying. It's more like that's weird.
Yeah, I helped out, and they gave me, this really valuable item, and no one knows who I'm talking about, and they were in charge of the healing.
Well, that's weird. Maybe somebody in the castle knows her. I don't know.
Yeah, I'll take his advice when we head back to the castle, and I'll ask around.
Okay.
So we'll head back.
Okay. So you guys make your way back to the castle. So Elamir and Levy, you guys followed the guards. There were two of them who were making their way toward the keep. There's kind of a small cluster of people following behind them, who, interested to see what happens. So you guys make your way back to the keep, and as you enter in, you can find Lord Montiverre is standing in the main foyer area, talking to Captain Arnell. And as you guys all enter, he seems, obviously shocked about what's going on with Nátal. And as the guards enter, he's like, soldiers, are you doing all right? And they're like, they salute him quickly, and they're like, yes, Lord, we have news we need to share immediately. And he motions to the room that you guys have done your previous planning in before. That's just right off to the left of the main foyer. And everyone kind of makes sure it's you guys. It's Lord Montiverre, Captain Arnell. It's the guards that rode in, and then a handful of other guards who you've seen around in there as well. And so they begin to just relay everything that has happened. Let me catch up on my notes here. So as they're talking, one of them's like, the attack came quickly, and I want to say that we were prepared, but we weren't prepared for what happened. The Gnolls moved under cover of darkness, and Sir Leon had ensured that we were prepared for anything that would happen, but this was not what we had prepared for. We were overwhelmed by attackers, but they were not living. They were skeletons, and they seemed to be skeletons of Gnolls. The skeletons simply threw their bodies against our defenses and continued until the defenses were completely torn down. And once our defenses were completely gone, and the skeletons, we were able to deal with some of them, but then the gnolls themselves began to make their way into the town, and we just could not stop them. They were just an unstoppable force. They threw themselves at the barricades and the wall without any care for their own well-being. Sir Leon led the defense as best he could, but we, as I said, we were not prepared for this. We were able to make our way out, but Sir Leon was last seen rallying defenders to retreat to the chapel. He and countless villagers and guards were making their way there before we were able to make our way out of the town. He's like, as far as we know, he and those people are still stuck there. You see Lord Montiverre just kind of has a very troubled look on his face, as you can imagine everything going on. It's a lot of stuff. He thinks for a moment, kind of paces around. At this point, Casimir and Steelscar, you guys make your way in to the keep, and you see the group of people in the room. You enter in. So yeah, Lord Montiverre just thinks for a few moments. Captain Arnold is like, Lord, what would you have us do? And he's like, we cannot allow those trapped in that chapel to remain stuck there. They will be slaughtered by those creatures. And we cannot let them capture my son. He knew the dangers of going there, but if they find out who he is, he could be a valuable bargaining chip, especially if, as Garrigar has told us, this Degnai is a necromancer. Who knows what he could use my son as a bargaining chip. He kind of looks over at Captain Arnell. He's like, Captain, assemble the men. I believe we will be leading a counterattack on Nátal. And she salutes him quickly, says, yes, my lord. And she makes her way out. At this point, some of the guards filter out, and Lord Montiverre looks at you guys. And he approaches you and he says, my friends, it seems that our situation has become dire. I won't lie, we expected something to happen. We were preparing for this. We just didn't know where. My plan is to lead an attack on Nátal. But I don't fool myself into thinking that we will be very successful in that. But that's not my intention. If you are willing, you've proven yourself to be capable warriors of your own right, and as a team, you seem to be quite accomplished. If you guys are up for it, we will be leading the counterattack as a distraction, a diversion. If you could slip in on the eastern gate of Nátal and make your way to the chapel and assist those who are stuck there and ensure that they are able to escape during our attack. It says once we have word from you that the people have escaped, then we will pull off the attack. Does this sound reasonable to you? Is this something you're up to?
Yes. How would we contact you to let you know that people have escaped?
At this point, Garrigar kind of steps up and is like, I think I may be of assistance. With that, I have a few scrolls of a message that I could give to you, Levy, if you and I would be able to communicate shortly, but it would be communication nonetheless between the two groups so that we could stay coordinated.
Sounds fine to me. Guys, what do you guys think? Are we in a position to help out?
I say yes, but then I also ask if they know where Sister Lethel is.
No, you guys are there. You're there now.
You guys came here.
Yeah, we showed up about partway through the conversation.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we did miss the earlier part of it when they were first recording.
Mhm.
I ask if they know where Sister Lethel is and if she might have any items that would help with this. She was the one who mentioned that she'd provide me with some holy water.
Mm-hmm. The Lord Montiverre looks at you for a second, confused. He's like, I do not know anybody by the name Sister Lethel, but if you, yes, we would probably want some medical supplies or something for those people. I would imagine that a lot of those villagers are wounded, and if they're not properly taken care of, they would slow their escape.
As soon as he says that he doesn't know who she is, I just like look at Casimir like,
yeah, I turn to Stealing Star and go,
I don't know. I just shrug my shoulders. I'm like, I don't know.
I lean next to Steel Scar. I didn't die again or something, did I?
Nice.
How much? It's like I'm double checking how much holy water I have at this point. Yeah, I definitely we should. So I clarify with the Lord that yeah, we specifically want more holy water if we're going to be fighting undead. Like Gnolls is bad enough, but undead Gnolls, we might as well get every advantage we possibly can. So if he can, if he can just spare powdered silver, I can make more as we're on the trail.
He's like, I don't know if I can muster any powdered sugar right now, but or silver.
Powdered sugar.
Hey,
I'll
I like
have
that's
some
good.
tea, please.
It's great
some
on
waffles,
waffles
honey, and
and
milk.
it kills.
Oh god.
Great with waffles and great with undead.
Oh god.
Just bust
Could
a
we
simple
powderize
gray.
silver pieces?
Scott, you had
Oh,
one
God.
too many blue moons, buddy.
This is my first one. I'm not even halfway through it. Oh god. Sprinkle some powdered sugar on the undead.
Yum, that's delicious.
Oh god. He says he's not sure that they have any powdered silver, but they could definitely get you holy water. He says, if you were to be asking for these supplies, am I to take it that you are willing to assist us in this endeavor?
Indeed.
Is what's your name? Is Captain Arnold in there too?
No, she left. He sent her out to muster the guard.
Okay. If I look at I'm like, yeah, I don't speak for all of us, but I could say that you have my sword at your side if you need help with this.
Cool. Elamir,
Yep.
you're on board?
Absolutely.
Okay. All right. And he says, good. You're a good men. And I hope to see you all at the end of this. And he says, meet us out in the Bailey in a few minutes. I must get prepared, and I will meet you out there, and we can discuss any further questions that you may have. With that, he walks past you guys up the steps.
Okay. When he leaves, I show the book to Levy and Elamir to see if they recognize the symbol on the front.
Okay.
Like if they
Do
explain
I?
the weirdness of the Sister Lethel just not being known by anyone.
And remind me what the symbol is.
Picture of a heart and arm with muscles.
Yes.
Muscle man.
And then I guess what would I have to roll to check that? Or do I know?
As far as you know right now, just roll a history check.
Yeah, so I give him more context on who gave it to me, what I was doing, and
Yeah.
why I'm harping on this, so he knows that I just think it's weird as shit that the person disappeared.
I got a 15.
15.
I got a natural 1.
Have I rolled for this? Nah.
I mean, you can if you want, but okay.
Levy, don't you get a
Levy, you have no
boost
idea.
from that amulet? I thought from the Hola amulet.
If he uses it, he has to use it.
Oh, it does. I thought it. Okay,
Yeah, it's not automatic. He has to choose to use it.
never mind.
I think. Yeah, I think you use it and it gives you double
Oh,
proficiency in
Gives
something.
No.
Hola's favor.
I
Okay.
don't-
Yeah.
I
I
don't know.
mean, I guess I have proficiency in history, but
It would give you double if you used it. But yeah.
Yeah, so never mind.
So yeah, Levy, you don't know. What'd you get, Steel Scar?
I already got a 9.
Okay, you're not sure. Elamir, you've heard of tomes before that. By reading them, they can endow you with some supernatural arcane boost, basically. You're not certain that this is one of them, but you know, like in the faintest regions of your mind, you remember hearing that.
Okay. So to answer your question, kind of. Probably not much help to you, but
Yeah.
I shrug and thank them all for at least humoring me.
As far as I know, Casimir does not actually know what this is. He just knows it's a book.
It's
He
a
hasn't
book.
given it to me to identify, has he?
No, I don't think so.
You
I told Ian what it was. I did not tell.
My
Casimir
character
would have.
knows that if I spend significant amount of time, there'll be a boon. That's it. That was about all my character figured out, was that it was a beneficial beneficial book. It
Mhm.
was rare and potent and powerful, and if I spent
Mhm.
a sufficient amount of time following its guidelines,
Mhm.
I would receive a boon. So
Yeah.
my character does not know how much
Gotcha.
time, how long,
I
or
gotcha.
even
Okay.
what the boon will be.
Yeah. Okay.
So my character will read it in his time
Yes.
as available.
Okay.
Because he's obsessed at this point.
Okay, cool. All right. What would you guys like to do?
How is everyone on supplies? Do we need to grab anything before we head out?
Holy water.
Okay, so we should head up over to grab the holy water. Do you know where we could grab it? Should we go to the chapel?
Chapel. They had more
Okay.
at the chapel. I have 2 flasks.
Okay,
I give a flask to I give a flask to Levy and a flask to Elamir.
Okay.
Let's see. We have some bags of holding that we could probably store some of these waters in, if we need to, so that we could, take it over. I'm wondering if there's anything we could do about the fire. If there's anything here. Could I ask Gargar if he happens to? Is he still around?
Yes, Garagar seems to still be in the room.
Gargar, I have a question. Do you have any scrolls or anything that might help with the fires? I'm just worried that we might get there and the fires would be containing all of the populace in.
He's like, I can take a look in my stores. I'm not certain about any spells that may help with fire, but I can take a look.
Awesome, thank you. I appreciate it.
Of course, Olivia, of course.
I asked him
and
if he has
he-
anything to help with undead.
He's like, unfortunately, undead is not my specialty. I am more of the arcane type, not of the divine. With that, if you don't have any other questions, he's going to make his way up to his study.
Do you need any help? I could help you if you need it.
He says, I appreciate it, Levy, but it seems that you have quite an order in front of you, and you may want to get yourself prepared for that.
Yep, no worries. We'll do that.
That's all right.
We'll meet you before we head out then.
He says, of course. And he makes his way up to his study. You guys want to make your way out to the Bailey?
Sure. What's the Bailey?
Yeah.
Bailey's the courtyard.
Oh.
See inside of the
It's
walls
the
of a
Bailey
castle.
Zero. That's what it's called, the Bailey.
The inside of the walls of a castle is called the Bailey.
Got it.
That's
Today
what it
I
is.
learned.
It's the
There you
Bailey.
go.
The more you know.
The more you know.
I always just called it a courtyard, but it wasn't until I started playing Kingdom Come Deliverance.
Yep.
It's called the Bailey. Didn't know
It is.
that.
Well, I think it's because they specifically have firing lines from the upper levels aiming inward on it.
Oh,
Oh,
like
interesting.
defense. Got it.
The ramparts. There we go.
Yep.
Very interesting. Okay, so you guys make your way out, and you can see that Captain Arnold is mustering quite a few guards. At this point, you're seeing maybe about 30, 40 guards at this point, all armor, but you're seeing more and more making their way in from the barracks and making their way in from the gates as well. So were you guys wanting to go to the chapel?
Yeah. We
Okay.
should probably load
All
up on
right.
some holy water just in case.
So for
we
the
run
the sake of time, no reason to RP it, unless you're wanting to. So you guys make your way to the chapel. How many flasks of holy water are you wanting to grab?
How many can they give us?
Actually, because I'm sure because I know
yeah.
they would holy it in bulk in the back before bottling it and selling it off.
Can we get a couple kegs of like holy water?
So you ask around, and you find out that probably about 3 or 4 more flasks is what they could give you
Okay.
of holy water.
Okay.
I look at them and I'm like, that's it? No, I'm kidding. I don't do nothing. I don't say nothing.
So I guess two to Steel Scar and 2 to me. So that gives us about an average of 1.5 per person.
Wait,
Okay.
so what do I have?
Holy water.
Add 2 holy water, and then
Yes.
Levy and Elamir each have 1.
I need to write that down that I have holy water.
Holy water. All right. After you guys get your holy water as you make your way back out to the Bailey. See more guards at this point, probably about 50, 60, maybe 70 guards gathered in the courtyard. Lord Montiverre, you see him coming out. Up to this point, you've always seen him wearing, just regular clothes. You're now seeing him in, looks like he is dressed for battle. You're seeing some armor, just very nice kind of gold inlays on his armor, a few gems and rubies on them, spread out on the hauberk. You see a sword at his side, large ruby on the bottom of it. And he approaches you guys. He's got a helmet in his hand. He's like, all right, my friends. I haven't ordered them to bring you supplies. I think we'll be able to get a hold of about 10 medical kits for you to take to deliver to the chapel, as well as some food and anything else you may think of that could be of assistance. Let us know. But that's what we've been able to muster as of this time. I'm not sure if you have an easy way to transport these things. If not, we can provide you a horse or something to carry it for you.
Can they fit in the bag of holdings that we have?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. I think you guys
We
got
will be
2.
fine.
Okay.
I have one.
I think there are 2 in the party right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have one, and I don't know who else has.
Okay.
I have one.
There
So, Steel Scar, do you want to split these supplies up so that we can carry them in case we get separated? We each have some.
Yes.
Okay. So yeah, they bring out.
So what do I have? 3 what?
So you have 5 medical kits, or whatever they're called. I forget what they're called in game, and then about 10 rations. Into Levy, you have the same. And again, he's like, if there's anything else you can think that might be of assistance, let us know.
Did you see Garrigar on your way down?
He's like, oh yes, actually, I did speak with Garrigar. He actually reached out to my son. Healer's kit, is what it's called.
So I have 5 of them?
Yes, 5. In addition to what you may have already had.
I don't have any.
He's like, he was able to reach out to Leon. We found out that Leon has quite a few injured in the chapel with him. They have a handful of guards remaining. But he said they are unable to make an escape unless they have rope. So we will be providing you some rope as well.
Very well.
It seems like the plan is for them to escape. If you don't know, the chapel sits on quite a large, steep hill in Nátal. And so it seems like the escape route is going to be escape over the walls, but they need rope to do that. Unless they wish to fight their way out, which I don't see that happening.
Not with that group of people.
He's like, yes, they would be greatly slowed down. He's like, all right, well, I am going to address the men, and we will begin our attack. He's
should we head off in front to kind of get there ahead of the group?
He says, if you'd like, or you can hang around. It's up to you. But I will say, so you want to enter from the east gate. Just make your way down south. So I believe I have the. Yeah. So basically, he tells you to make your way down through Kalan. At Kalan, you're gonna take that road, kind of going northeast-ish, and there's another, not very large road that heads south to that road here in Nátal. And he says that's probably your fastest route. That way you can make your way in from the east. So basically, if I were to draw a line there, where is it? Freehand. So this way, and then basically down. That's what he's saying to do.
Yep.
And then just to note it verbally, Steel Star gave Casimir 1 healer's kit.
Yeah, I did. I gave him 1 healer's kit, so I have 4.
For irony's sake.
Okay.
I mean,
And he
it
didn't
won't
say if
do you
Garrigar gave him anything to pass on to us.
He's like, I believe he was gathering some things, but no, he didn't have anything for me just yet.
Okay.
He's going to have to get you something to communicate with us.
Okay, very well.
So yeah, I would wait till
we'll
he
wait,
brings
we'll
that
wait
to you.
until we get that from Garrigar.
Says that's a good idea. He's like, all right, and he makes his way up kind of on the wall, and basically Natal's behind him, and you can kind of see the smoke rising, and you can see the guards gathered in front of him, and he addresses the guards, and he's like, an infernal menace has made its way to our peaceful lands. It seeks to maim, burn, and pillage all that we love and hold dear. I'm not going to lie. By our estimates, we are outnumbered 3-1. Those aren't great odds for them. I know every one of you can kill at least 3 or 4 Gnolls, and we remember who we are fighting for our families, for our children, for our lives. I believe that each of you can kill at least 5 or 6 Gnolls. And we remember the blood that they shed in Andul, and we take that pain and anger and let it fuel our purpose, steel our resolve. I know that these beasts, these savage mongrels, do not stand a chance. At this point, he draws his sword. He's like, so rise, soldiers of Redbrook. Rise for your families. Rise for your lands. Rise for Andul. And all the guards at this point just kind of let out, "Ah!" Just this the energy you can feel growing as everyone's just kind of getting ready to march into very well could be a slaughter on their end, but
Do we
We're
feel
prepared to do what they can
inspired
do.
from his speech?
you feel inspired, yes.
Do you hear that, guys? Inspiration.
I marked it. I don't care.
Um,
No text facts.
I will say, I will actually say here. You all get. Where is it? Where's that dice? An extra 15 temporary hit points on top of what you have.
Ooh.
Whoa.
Whoa!
As you just feel the energy. Some of you even feel yourselves just kind of shouting out, ready to do this. And at this point, Lord Montiverre makes his way down the steps as he gathers his men. He's on a horse. Captain Arnold's with him. Garrigar at this point comes rushing up to you, Levy. He's like, here's some scrolls of message for you. And he hands you 3 of them.
Cool.
And he's like, please, he's like, I'm not sure if you knew the spell or not, but I just wanted to provide this here for you in case you needed it. And then let me see if he had anything else.
Just to be clear, scroll of message, right?
What did I say?
Well, it's scroll of message, but message has a range of 120 feet.
No, that's not what it is. Then no. That's
That'd
the
be a
cantrip.
scroll of sending.
Sending. That's what it is. My bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the one that it can be from across anywhere on the same plane of existence.
Got it.
Yeah, that's the one. And he is able to hand you 1 scroll as well of just looking to see what would be a decent one to have.
Banish all undead in the art.
Win. He gives you the win scroll.
How about the
You win the
wish
game.
scroll? There you go.
Yeah, a scroll of wish.
Guys, with these 15 temporary hit points, I'm like 8 away from triple digits.
Oh, look at
Oh,
you.
wait. Do we want to go from Scroll of Wish, or do we want Wholesome and get a scroll of give Steel Scar his sword back?
There you go.
Ooh.
I'm trying to remember what the thing was that what's her face had, the water thing.
Oh,
Forget
God,
about it.
Flood?
The flood thing.
It was
Oh,
tidal
God.
wave, wasn't it?
Yeah, oh wait, no, that's too much. Yeah, that's all you can find. He only has scrolls of message for you.
Yeah, instant PTSD
Does
memories.
no scrolls of shape water or anything like that?
Scroll of sending. Yeah, no scroll of shape water. He's like, unfortunately, this is all I have on hand, my friend.
All good, thank you.
He's like, of course. He's like, I will let me know when you are in position. We will be slower than you as we are. I always mix up the voices. He's like, we will be slower than you as we are traveling with a larger group. So quickly make your ways out and let us know when you're in position, and we will commence the attack.
All right.
All right.
Very well.
At this point,
We will
Garrigar,
stay safe.
yep, makes his way, and you guys can make your way to the stables to get on your now owned horses.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Yay, Payton.
All right. So you guys mount your horses.
Yep.
And set out from Bloodthorn Keep, Bloodthorn Castle. So you make your way down south, down the road. You pass up the large group of people. They're traveling a little slower. Obviously, some of them are on foot, not all of them are on horseback. So you guys make your way down over the bridge. At this point, oh God, I just hit the mic. It's dark out. You can see the moon high in the sky. You can see clouds kind of in front of it. Just drifting by. It's a very kind of ominous, eerie moment. As you guys are about to kind of march right into a battlefield, basically. You can see the smoke rising. You see Nátal burning. You can hear, though, behind you, the host of people leaving Bloodthorn Castle are very loud. You hear horns sounding and just the sound of people shouting and preparing for war, you get that this is kind of a point they want them to know that they're coming, right? They're the distraction here, as you guys are the diversion. So you make your way over the bridge through Kalan. It's a small village, very similar to Ondul. Make your way up the northeastern road, and after traveling a little bit, you're able to see that there is a path indeed that leads southward. So you guys make your way down there. You're riding as quickly as you guys can to get there before the group, and eventually.
How does the town look of Natal as we're approaching?
So you can see. Go ahead and roll perception, actually.
Come on, not a 1. It's not a 1. It's a that was to be at an 11.
11. Okay. I mean, you can obviously see the flames of it
Yeah.
burning. It looks like a decent portion of the town is burning. And as you get closer, I will just do this. So there we go. So you see the new map?
Mhm.
Perfect. Okay, so you guys are coming in. Oh, what was that? Oh, my bad. Select. You guys are coming in from that direction. So as you're getting closer, you can see the chapel. It's kind of like in your view as you're walking this whole way. You can see the wall is not too tall. You can't see exactly how tall it is from where you are, just because you're kind of far away. It's not super tall, but you do see the very steep hill incline he was talking about that the chapel sits on. It sits quite a ways up, and again, you can't tell quite high since you're kind of farther away, but it certainly is much higher than anything else in the town. You can just see the chapel there sitting, against the moonlight, but the rest of the town, you just see flames, you see smoke rising in the air, and off behind you can see kind of this torches and stuff as the hosts from Bloodthorn Castle is making their way down toward Natal. So that's all you can see from where you are. After riding for a few more minutes, you guys are able to eventually get on the road, the eastern road toward the gate to Natal. And as you approach the gate, you guys, I'm assuming are going to dismount, not just ride directly in.
Yeah, probably. I think it would be a little
Okay.
too obvious. So leave our horses outside.
Okay. Yeah. How close do you guys want to get to the
Steel
entrance?
Scar rushes into the town with his horse and the sword at the ready. I don't know what y'all talking about.
If I see him continuing, I'll probably message him.
I'm not gonna do that. I'm not an idiot.
I say we could kind of keep him behind the hill where we are going to be escaping from,
Okay.
from the chapel. So
Okay.
the plan is to kind of like hop over the wall. If we left him over that wall and then like kind of walk the way down so that we can get
they're
around.
right there. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So you guys, you leave your horses kind of up this direction up here. And do you want to make your way down? So since you're right there, go ahead and roll stealth checks.
Yeah.
Oh no.
I will only because I had mentioned it to him, and I know he may need some help. Elamir, this may be a good time if you'd like to use Pass Without Trace.
Yeah, I would.
Okay. Okay, so Elamir casts Pass Without Trace.
Everything you roll.
Plus 10 all, I think it's stealth checks, isn't it?
Stealth checks, yes.
What is it?
Yeah.
Plus
Plus 10 to all
Plus 10
stealth
to your
checks.
stealth checks.
Oh, plus 10, thank God. Steel Star,
For the
what did
next-
you get, buddy?
I got a 20 total. I got a 10.
Nice.
I got a 6, so I'm glad I'm at a 16. No, 17 now, 17.
Nice.
I got
So
a
wait to see
30.
what Steel Scar got to know if I should-
Nice.
Yeah, I got 27.
27. Okay.
You don't want to feel judged, isn't that right?
Gosh.
I have
thing you
listened
cast
to
that spell.
I wanted to know if it was just worth expending luck. I wasn't going to judge. You're usually much more stealthy than I am. I'm the one who's like banging
Dude,
pots and pans.
I have disadvantage on all my stealth rolls because I'm wearing this. All right.
So see, you're doing pretty spectacular when I don't have disadvantage on them.
But then I have
I'm
a
not
good
throwing
plus
shade
on mine.
here. Besides,
All right,
you
so
kick my
you-
ass too easily.
So you guys are able to make your way up to the wall of Natal. You feel decently quiet with the assistance of Elamir's magic. You feel you did a pretty good job. So you get there, you can see that the palisade is probably about 15 feet high. It's wooden. You do notice that there is a wall kind of surrounding the the incline that the chapel's on, but it is almost a sheer drop. So you're not sure if you would be able to climb from this side.
Could we use the immovable rod?
And could I use my rope?
How would you use the immovable rod?
My rope of climbing?
Yeah. Put it up, and then and then lock it again, and then
Well,
lock it again.
Here's the thing: tie the rope to the rod. You just have to press the button. So if you can
Yeah.
just throw it like a javelin, and it hits the button, it'll just stop right there. Climb the rope up to it.
That's true.
So,
That's true.
DM question.
Or Steelscar could throw one of us.
Who has mage hand?
DM question. Would you say we're on the
I do.
north side of the gate?
Well, it depends on where you want to be. So you do know that the battle is probably going to be up here on the northern gate. You don't want to be there.
Yeah.
So you're
I think
either
we
you're
wanna be
either
here.
you're either here or wherever it's wherever you guys want to be.
So we'd
That's
probably
where
be
we wanna
on
be.
like the eastern side of this, since they'd be coming from the north, and this is in the northeast corner.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we'd probably want to be on like the eastern side to keep, prying eyes away from anyone seeing us trying to get over if we're coming that. Or is there like a way that we could like walk around? Like I'm imagining there's a way to get up there.
So I look at the group
Yeah.
and like, is it only us four or is there others with us?
It's just you four.
Okay, so
You
I'm
are a
like,
coordinated strike team.
okay, so I'm like, guys, so here's the thing. If I have the rope, I can literally go over the wall. I can literally take one of you with me, and then we'll have the rope set on the other side coming across so you guys can climb over. How high are these
Palisades probably they're about 15 feet.
Okay. I'm like, so what do you say? Or I could throw one of you guys over. No problem.
At this point, by the way, you can see that the group is getting closer to Nátal, so you're going to have to make your move and let them know that you're in position soon.
Okay. Guys, you have any opinion, or should we just go with?
I literally grab Levy and I'm like, here's the rope, and I chuck him over.
Okay.
The
I literally just
15-foot
do that.
palisade.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
literally throw him over.
Make a strength check.
I will do that because I have. Oh my god, 18 plus 7. That's 20. Whatever. That's
All
a
right,
lot.
you're able. I'm assuming you let him do this, Levy, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna let him do this. I'm holding the rope, right?
Yes, you're holding the rope.
It's my rope of climbing. Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so he just chucks you over.
Cool. I'm gonna be holding on to it. I'm going to silently scream. And I'm gonna hold onto this rope and hope that I can land properly. So I'm gonna try and
Yes.
like prep myself for landing.
Go ahead and make let's just say a acrobatics check as you try and kind of land in a decent manner.
So that would be a 17.
17. Okay, you're able. It's a pretty high that you're thrown, but you're able to just like make it over the palisade and over. But I'd say you'll be able to make it without any harm to yourself.
And then I'll be like,
Cool.
Levy. Like I'm whispering. I'm like kind of whispering.
I'm gonna message him, cast message, and send a message to Steel Scars. I'm gonna just be like, "That was terrifying. I'm over." And then
He
the
does have
ropes
the
would
rope.
still be behind me, right?
Yeah, so it's hanging over the wall.
Okay.
And I'll be like, attach. And if he
Uh,
says his message, I can
yep.
reply, right?
Yeah.
I just tell him attach it to your immovable rod.
I don't have the immovable rod.
Oh,
Casimir has it.
I do.
You could toss it over.
I'll be like,
Can his mage hand come get it?
I don't think I have the range for that.
I'll be
Well,
like,
it's only a 15-foot wall, and I think
Oh, I guess yeah, I have a 30-foot range for Mage Hand, so I guess I'll cast Mage Hand and go grab it.
okay.
Alright,
So you
I'll
see the
hold it out.
little wispy hand go over, grab it, and make
Fly
it
back. All right. Hit the button on the
Yeah,
immovable
yeah.
rod, tie the rope
Okay.
to it, and send a message back letting them know, hey, it's good to come over.
I
Okay.
go over.
Go ahead and make a athletics check.
Hey, everything I'm proficient in. About time I shine. Hey, I don't even care. I rolled 10. plus
I'll give you
7,
advantage
17.
with it as well. Yeah. it
As
shouldn't be-
they come over,
Okay.
they're coming over probably one at a time, I'm imagining.
Yes.
So as like when the second one gets over, then I'm gonna use the scroll of sending to message out to Garrigar, letting him know we're in
Okay.
position.
Okay. And just so you send a message letting him know they're in position, and he's able to respond and basically tells you that they will commence the attack.
Yeah, I made it
and-
over. It was like 20 something.
Okay. And at this point, you guys hear just this loud, just like horn blowing in the distance as you hear the shouting and stuff off in the distance. So Steel Scar is able to make his way over. Who's next?
Me.
Elamir. All right, go ahead and roll athletics. You get
19.
advantage. 19? Okay, that's good enough. You're able to climb over with the rope. Casimir?
Come on, Casimir.
Athletics, yeah.
You got this, homie.
You got strength, don't you?
He does.
Yeah, but 3 plus 3 equals 6.
But you have luck.
With
yeah,
advantage?
so I'm gonna do luck.
You
with
got a
advantage.
Wait,
six.
so
Oh,
you
yeah.
already used your advantage?
I gave you
No,
advantage with
Oh.
you have advantage with the roll because it's let's be honest, it's not that difficult to do and there's a
Okay.
rope.
Even then, it's only 9 plus 3 equals 12. So...
Okay, yeah, that's enough. It's not a terribly
Okay.
difficult thing to do. All right, so you guys are all over. Basically, the area you're standing in, it's a small gap between this kind of sheer cliff and the wall. Probably about 5 feet wide. It's not super large. So you're kind of having a line up behind each other.
So
Are we on the high ground of the chapel hill,
No,
or we're on the low ground?
You're on the low ground. You were literally
That was
standing
just the
next.
fence.
Yeah, you're standing next to the sheer
Okay.
incline.
Okay, how tall is that sheer incline?
From where you can guess, it's probably about 60, 70 feet.
Oh shit. Okay.
And then do we know how to get up? Is there like a small path that leads up to it?
You were briefed a little bit, and we're
Yeah.
told that there is a path that leads up from within the town. But yeah, I forgot this part. This is my bad. Garrigar had let Leon know that you guys were coming, and basically, so basically, what they described it to you is it's a sheer kind of incline, and there's like a path that leads up it. There is a spot on the incline that is less steep that you guys could probably make your way up if need be. It's possible that they may be able to help you up top, but they don't know you're here exactly.
Yeah. We could
So-
use one of the scrolls of sending to let them know, but don't I have to know the target?
Yeah.
You've met Leon Montiverre.
Yeah, I met Leon, so
Course of
I would be able to message him if we wanted to.
You could if you wanted to, yes.
Do we want to climb up the wall, or do you want to go up kind of like the hard path?
You mean wall.
I mean, go up the 60-foot sheer wall.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah. The other side where with the path is less sheer, is what they were
Mhm.
saying. So it depends on what you guys want to do.
Any opinions?
Um,
Up
How long
ahead,
is the
you
rope of
guys.
climbing?
Real quick, up ahead, you guys can see. It looks like when that battle kind of started commencing, you see torches and figures kind of off in the distance, way ahead of you, start moving to your guys' right. So moving westward.
Okay. We need to move quickly, so probably our fastest way of getting up there would probably be going around up that path.
Let's go.
Instead of having us go up one by one. I'll send a message to Leon letting them know we're on our way.
Okay.
So,
So you let him know. He basically tells you that that they will lower a rope on the southern side of the incline to the chapel.
okay. So then we'll head over so that we can get up to that.
All right. With that, let me just. All right. Oh, I got grab character. Where are you? You're in the left. That's where your characters are still at. 1, 2.
All I see is a black screen.
Yeah, I know. I'm grabbing your characters real quick before I reveal it. All right, got your characters.
Scott, you need some glasses, man. Everybody else has glasses.
All of you guys, I have contacts, so I do technically have glasses. I'm just not. I'll wear contacts
don't.
instead. I know.
You're a lie.
All right, so you guys should see yourselves now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Let me.
All right. Go ahead and make a perception check, everyone.
Will do, sir. Hey.
Ooh.
Meh.
I got 26.
I only rolled
26.
11.
Okay.
11 as well.
14.
14. Okay. So you guys are able to kind of get a layout of exactly what you're looking at here. Let me reveal it real quick. Where is it? Reveal areas. So what you can see is way up this hill. You see the chapel up there. And what you see right here, this incline that I've been talking about, is it's kind of like tiered.
Got it.
As you can see, there's kind of a tier here, a tier here, and a tier here. Over here, you see what is the path that they were talking about, like that you would typically take. It kind of winds back and forth up this, and it's between that. It's very steep.
Got it.
So you have to kind of like take the path upward. But from what Leon told you, they would drop a rope somewhere on this southern-facing side. All right.
I don't really see any pings or anything like that on the map.
Okay, sorry, that might be me. For some reason, it's not showing up.
Is
Let
it,
me
is
just
it
reveal
like
more.
here-ish?
Yes, that's where you'd be doing it.
Okay, so he'd be dropping it like over here, and so are you saying we'd be able to get it from like this kind of position over here, where it's like on the second or third level, and not all the way up to the top?
You're not exactly certain. He just said that
Okay.
they would lower a rope on this side for you guys to be able to.
On the south side, right?
The south side. You're not seeing my pings?
Nope.
No.
That's annoying. Okay.
I was.
Yeah, the side that you're right here next to. Yeah, that side.
There you
Mhm.
go.
Cool.
Let me reveal more. I'm just gonna actually reveal
All of it.
all of it, man. Do it live. So as you guys enter this area, I want you all to make stealth checks.
Do we still get
still
the
get
bonus
+1.
from?
Still have the bonus. Yeah, it lasts for an hour, I think.
Not advantage, though, right?
Nope, just plus 10.
Oh, okay. So then 15. 16. 16.
30.
30 as well.
19.
19.
16.
All right. So you
It would have
guys.
been 9 without the advantage. I mean, without the
And
plus 10.
6 without
Um,
that 10. Good lord.
So tell me where you want to move, just because I threw you guys. Basically, as you approach, you see some buildings. You see what looks like some market, like vendor carts that are just sitting around, abandoned. You can see in the streets like some bodies of people. Some of these buildings are on fire and stuff. So just tell me where you guys want to be kind of moving to when you moved in here.
Towards
Since I just threw your
south-
characters there. You do see up ahead. Looks like some sort of patrol or something moving about among the flames.
Do they look like a human or Gnoll patroller? Can we not tell from this distance?
Roll perception.
I thought we just
Are they
did.
standing upright or not upright?
Right, 20.
20. You can tell that they look Gnollish, and you can see that there is a like thing moving on the ground. You're assuming that's one of those hyenas that you have seen before.
Could we sneak around back behind the carts and kind of take position behind the carts to get close to them?
If that's where you guys would like to move. Yeah, like I said, I was just wanted to know where you guys wanted to move because I just threw your characters there.
Guys, what do you think?
I would go towards the carts if that's where they said the rope was going to be.
Yeah, let's head towards the carts.
Okay.
We can take out this Gnoll patrol, or we could ignore it and try and move past stealthily. But it might be more beneficial for us in the future to take them out.
Whittling
Okay.
down when convenient when they're smaller groups will probably benefit us in the long run.
Agreed.
Okay.
Now if they get reinforced,
I would say we wait, and if they come this way, we can probably catch them by surprise.
It does look like they are moving this direction.
Yeah, let's
I would
ambush.
probably-
Yeah, then let's hide behind the carts and
Yeah, I probably like hide behind the carts too.
Okay. So they are approaching. So that's where you guys all want to be.
there should be enough
set up?
light that you can see because of all the
Yeah,
fire.
I'd have joined him.
Okay, you're over there. Okay, so you guys made your stealth checks. That's when you were making them to go over
Mhm.
there.
Yeah.
Okay, 1 second.
Yep. So all four of us are
Alright.
hiding behind the carts.
Yep. Look at something up real quick.
Would you say it's nighttime around this time, or still?
It is. It is nighttime. It is black out. The only light you have right now is the flames around you.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay,
Um,
thankfully things are at least on fire.
Yeah.
Yeah. Our humanitis makes it weak.
What do your human eyes see? Nothing. I see nothing.
I see nothing.
So this patrol continues to move past you.
As soon as I want to wait
Seems-
till they're like a little bit like over here once they're
Okay.
back to me.
So you see him kind of get to this this fork in the road here.
right there. As soon as that
Yeah.
happens, I want to sneak right behind this one and I want to attack it.
When
You're
he
gonna
goes to
sneak or you're gonna charge.
Sneak back behind them.
Okay, go ahead and make a stealth check.
Do I
when he
still
goes to
have?
sneak, can I cast thaumaturgy on the opposite side of them to create the sound that originates from a distance? I want to make a sound like over here to distract them.
Okay. Make a oh god, I'm blanking on the thing. What's the lying one? In
Deception.
deception. I could not remember it. Yeah, make a deception check.
It's thaumaturgy. It's a cantrip.
Yes, I wanna see how well you do at distracting them.
Oh,
So you're
okay.
casting it. I want to see how well it is. How well
Okay,
it is done.
So what am I
Make a
gonna
no
roll?
truthy check.
So yeah, just be a deception.
Deception. Where's that? Oh, +4. Why am I so good at this?
Why are you so good at
Because-
lying? Paladin.
Charisma.
19.
19.
About to be an oath breaker.
What noise do you make over here?
Whispering.
Okay. So you make the sound of whispering over there. Is that
Like-
can you do have a
like-
thaumaturgy? I know it's like
Yeah, it was what I got because I was able to pick the blessed fighting style instead of the defender fighting
yeah,
style.
no, I just want to make sure you can cast like whispering. I thought that was like the minor illusion thing. You
Nope,
can manifest a minor
no,
wonder or
it's-
sign of supernatural power within range.
No,
a voice
it's
booming.
simply thaumaturgy. So there's the link to it.
Yeah, I'm looking.
So
I'm reading right now.
instantaneous sound that originates from a
Instant
point of their
point of
choice
choice.
within range, such as a rumble of thunder, the cry of a raven,
Ominous
or
whispers. Okay,
ominous
cool.
whispers.
Awesome.
So
All right.
they're examples of sounds.
Yep. Cool. All right. So you guys hear the sound of kind of over in this direction, and they kind of look that direction. So Steel Scar, at this point, if you want to stealth, I'm going to give you advantage.
So a straight
on
roll
that.
is what you're saying.
Yes. So you have a straight roll.
Do I still have that plus?
You still
10
have the
from-
plus 10. Yeah. As long as I think it lasts for an hour, and
Yes.
you just need to be in range when he casts it.
Woo! Okay, I rolled a 24, 26 total.
Okay. So you're able to move up behind this guy. It seems like they aren't aware of you.
I want to strike said opponent.
Okay.
So
I
here's my
want to
question.
also hold this. I want to be watching him because I would assume we would be watching Steel Scar move up. I guess
Mhm.
when he goes to attack, I want to ready a Eldritch Blast to hit another one.
Okay. Elamir, did you have anything you were wanting to do?
Yeah, so I'll coordinate with Levy and hit the third one, ready a bow shot to kind of
I mean, okay.
whichever one he's not.
Okay. Gotcha. So
Yeah,
Elam
I'm
or
gonna
Levy,
hit
you going for
one
the
that I'm right
hyena?
behind on.
Yeah, I'm gonna go for the hyena.
Okay.
I was gonna
so
javelin the hyena.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
fine.
okay.
It's probably gonna take more than one hit. So
So let's start with Steel Scar. You're up first. So you have advantage on this attack.
So this would be considered a surprise round then.
Surprise round, yes.
Right. So you said advantage on my attack. Nice. That's 22.
Hit.
I have a great sword now, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
2d6.
You had a great sword.
Yeah.
Hmm.
That's what I got last time.
Oh,
No,
you
I-
mean when you were using an axe or whatever? Yes.
I was using a knife before. I do have a great sword. I
Because my
just
axe isn't good enough for you.
I get to reroll ones. So 6, 7, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 damage on the first hit.
Okay.
I can still keep going, right? Like a whole turn,
Yeah. So you get a whole. It's getting
a whole round.
you get an attack, and your
Okay.
attack consists of your
2 attacks.
yes,
My
2
weapon
attacks.
master on this one.
Okay.
Advantage. Oh shoot! What does Great Weapon Master do? -5.
-5.
Okay, so that's a 19 to hit.
It's a hit.
Nice. 8, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22 damage on the second hit.
That kills him.
And since it kills him, can I move down to the one below me and hit him as a bonus action?
You can if you'd like. Yes.
would this still grant me?
You
advantage?
don't even need to move on him.
Oh yeah, I can just like turn towards it and swing.
I
one more
would
time.
say, actually, I would say at this point, I know typically it'd be your turn, but since you're all acting simultaneously, I want you to hold your bonus action to see what your allies do real quick. Since you were all
Yeah,
going at this, you were all going at the same time, so
Okay,
you're you know
that makes
you know
sense.
what I'm
No,
saying?
I
Yeah.
got you. Yeah. So
So you will come back to that.
yeah.
All right, so we'll just start with Levy. Levy, you go first. What do you want to do?
Cool. I'm gonna like kind of pop off to the side right here, and I'm gonna blast the hyena.
Okay, yeah, you have advantage on the attack.
Cool. So I'm going to use my Eldritch Blast. So I have. Oh, I guess for both rolls. That would be a 18 to hit.
It's a hit.
Cool. And then where's my D10? That would be 1 damage. Whew.
Ooh,
Scary.
big numbers.
And then the second bolt would be a. Oh, that's cocked. That would be a 26 to hit.
It's a hit.
Use a different die because that one's cursed at this point. Oh, look, a 3 to damage. Yep.
Okay.
That's great.
So you did 4 damage to the
Woo.
hyena. Okay.
And then I'll probably like pop
Hop
back.
back in. Okay. All right, Elamir, you are up. What would you like to do?
All right. I'll do the same sidestep. I'm gonna take a shot at the man's there.
Okay. The Gnoll
with
in there. All right.
with sharpshooter.
Yep. You have advantage.
Okay. So that's a 19, and that's a 21.
Okay. Hit.
Okay. So then I need to do 1d8. So that's 5 plus 7. It's 12 plus 10. So 22.
That is enough to kill him.
Yes! Assassination! And then I guess similar to Steel Scar, would I have to wait before I would take another action, or
I'm gonna say because this is part of your attack action, you can shoot at the hyena if you want.
okay? Would I
It
have
was
to
a
move?
bonus action. I'd say you could pull off the shot here.
Okay, I'll take my second shot. I'll also do sharpshooter.
Yep.
That's 18.
Okay, it's a hit.
19.
Sorry, were those both your attacks or was that damage?
Sorry, the 18 was a hit, and then the 19 was damage.
Okay, cool. Okay. And then you want to stay where you're at?
I will pop back over.
Okay, Casimir, you're up.
Hyena's still standing, so yeah, I'm gonna throw double javelin.
Okay, just pull out 2.
Do you like
yeah.
two-hand those? Just like.
Yeah, I'm just following the rules, but yeah, I'm gonna just assume it's just like, blah. I got a nat 20 and then a
Nice.
19, and so then it's a 26 and a 25.
You're throwing 2 javelins, you said?
Yeah. So
Okay.
skill action. Whenever I take attack action, I can attack twice.
Yeah. Were those
Making sure it's legit.
both attacks, or was that just one roll with advantage?
Both attacks.
Okay, they hit.
So that
attacks.
is. What's the damage supposed to be for those d6? So that's 7 plus 7, 14 total.
Sorry, it sounded like one of my kids fell out of bed. How much damage?
I'm sorry.
I think it was the one on the bottom bunk probably, so she's fine.
That of the year
7
award.
plus 7 equals 14.
So 14 damage. Okay.
Yeah. I hope
So
they're
that
okay.
would be.
Your facial expression was great, man.
She's fallen out of bed before. Like I'm sitting down here, and all of a sudden I hear boom, in like 1 second, 2 second. Okay, so 14 for the first attack, or was that both attacks?
I'm sorry, I had to answer a question.
You're fine.
Each attack was 7 on its own. So
Oh,
there's
okay,
14
gotcha.
total.
14 total. Okay. So I was asking my wife what that was. It is still standing. So you take both those javelins, just huck them, and they just land like in the hyena's haunches. It's like, it's still standing though. So Steel Scar, if you want to use your bonus action to attack the hyena, you can.
Yes, I will. And also, I just want to make a small comment. Whenever I picture Casimir throwing his javelins, for some reason, I pictured Arthur from Ghost and Goblins doing that motion.
I can see that.
Reference is lost on me.
Yeah, I'm looking
Sorry.
right now.
Did you guys not know that reference?
Yeah, I did.
No, I know you did, Zero, but these guys.
No,
That
lost
game's
on me.
pure evil.
What?
Did
This
you guys not
that
play in
reference?
Super Arthur from Ghost and Goblins?
Nope.
I
Yeah.
thought of Ace Ventura when he gets
Yep,
the
that
spear
one.
stuck in his thigh.
Exact reference that I was
So me
thinking of.
effectively chucking a big massive lance.
Yeah, but
Angry bearded dude.
all right, I'm gonna roll to hit. Great weapon master. All right, 18.
It's a hit.
10, 14, 24 damage.
You obliterate it. Now, how do you want to do this?
I'm just gonna like, since, would you say it's facing away from me?
At this point, it has begun to turn. This has all happened right within a few seconds of itself. So it's gotten Eldritch blasted. It has gotten through 2 javelins thrown into its haunches as it's turning around to face you.
So what I want to do is I want to like jab my blade like into its midsection and then basically grab the javelins and then thrust those all the way in as well.
All right, you guys watch as Steel Scar takes his sword and just rams it right through the hyenas. It lets out a kind of this howl, and he takes the javelin and just shoves it in deeper as it just kind of just falls over dead. You guys took him out in one round. Nice.
We
pull
need
my
to move. That
I
made
pull my
Twitch
s-
noise.
Put my sword away, pick up the javelins, and as I head back, I come back to Casimir.
Okay. All right. So you hand the javelins back to Casimir.
Yes. Sir.
You guys want to begin looking for the rope that they may have dropped down for you?
Yes.
Okay. Go ahead and make a perception check.
All right. 9. No, wait.
18.
18?
No, wait.
Okay.
9 plus. Yeah, 9. I don't have any pluses.
Okay. So it's not like Elamir got 23?
Yep.
All right. Yeah, Elamir and Levy, you're able to find this rope. Like I said, so this whole area right here is kind of tiered. It's let me draw. It's basically right here. And so it's just all tiered. But it does look like this path that they've dropped the rope is seems a little more worn than the others. So like it's easier to climb basically. So if you guys would like to climb that rope, you can go ahead and do that.
Yes,
Let's
sir.
do it.
Yep.
All right. Then I want you guys to make athletics checks if you begin to pull yourself up here. I will give you advantage since you have the rope.
Hey,
Nice.
I rolled a 22 total.
As you're doing this as well, I want stealth checks from each of you to see how quietly you're able to do this.
All right. So.
So who's going first? Steel Scar's going first?
I'm going first.
Yeah, you still have the buff.
Oh, thank God we still have the buff. It's going to be a 17 total.
Okay. That was for the stealth, and what was the athletics?
The athletics was 22.
Okay. All right. So you're able to pull yourself up, just kind of like quietly, as you can see down below. You can see some figures moving about among the town. Your guess is it looks like most of the Gnolls made their way toward the gate, but it seems like some of them were left here kind of to keep an eye on things.
I'll go. I got a
Okay.
20 for my athletics and a 33 for my stealth.
Okay, you're able to pull yourself up there quietly as well, and you see the same thing as Steel Scar. So Steel Scar, sorry, as you get up there, you see this kind of old stone wall in front of you. It stands probably about, let me see. Can't see where it is. I think it's about not too tall, about 10 feet tall, so it's just a little over your head. It's very old. All right, so as you're standing there, Levy makes his way up as you kind of help him, pull him up the last bit.
Like as everybody's making their way up, like I'll put I'll stretch my arm out and like pull them up the rest of the way.
Okay, who's up next? Casimir, Elamir.
I'll go. So yeah, just confirming athletics and stealth.
You still have the plus 10.
Yeah, so in that case, athletics would be a 16 and stealth would be an 18.
Oof.
Okay, you're able to climb your way up. You guys do notice it looks like one of the patrols is beginning to make their way over that direction. They're moving at a bit more of a brisk pace.
So we're up here now, right?
Yes. So Elamir, you're the last one. Go ahead and make your checks.
I deleted my character by accident.
Try, do Control Z. It might undo the delete.
Steel Scar
Did you
dies.
say we have advantage?
Yes, on the athletics check to get up there.
That doesn't work.
Steel Scar's dead.
I'm dead.
I got
Guys, good night.
14 for the
Looks like
climbing.
Scott will have to rescue you from the past.
Okay, 14 on the climbing.
And then a 22 for the stealth.
Okay, you're able to get up there.
Cool.
All right, and as you guys watch, you see this patrol continue this way as they make their way toward the bodies.
I'm gonna pull up the rope.
Okay. You begin to pull the rope up as you see the Gnolls approach the bodies of their slain comrades, and you kind of hear some kind of voices. You're not exactly certain what they're saying, but discussing, and you see one of them dart off this direction.
Which direction? West?
This way. Yeah, this guy right here. It begins to run.
Left.
So he runs
towards
away.
the center of town, or
Yes.
the combat. Okay.
Yeah, just making his way this direction. And you eventually see him disappear as these right here just kind of begin to look around the area and inspecting. What would you guys like to do as you're up here?
How big's the wall behind us?
10 feet. There is a gate on the side, and you can walk. There's like, this
Okay.
is kind of like a ledge. You can walk your way across. It's not super wide, but you can make your way toward the.
Let's walk our way
gate
over and kind of like get inside.
Okay.
Since we're
All right. So as you guys approach,
Check the entrance first before busting in.
Yeah.
So the entrance is.
Like just peeking in, just to make sure there's not a baddie right there.
Yeah. So you go ahead and roll perception.
12.
And by the way, it looks like the rope is actually slung over the wall here. It's
Hmm.
not just there. It's just like something on the other side's holding it.
Well, then we'll coil it up and leave it at the bottom so that it doesn't drape all the way down, and one of like the enemies could find it.
Okay. Cool. All right. Elamir, would you roll?
12.
12. Kind of tough to see around this kind of gate, but from what you can see, it looks like there may be a few figures standing in this courtyard of this chapel.
So I'll relay that to the group. Do we assume they're friendly or?
Elamir, can you see any place where we could hide in there? To like maybe get a better vantage point while on the inside, like stealth in and along the wall, and like get an idea of what we are dealing with.
That's a good question, DM.
You're looking for a spot that you might be able to hide, not from the vantage point that you're at. You can kind of see what looks like way back here. Looks like some cemetery or something, but that's pretty far away. You can't see anything from your current angle.
Okay.
Okay.
Wait, I have an idea.
Okay.
Steel Scar, put me on your shoulders. Let me look over the wall.
Okay.
I do that.
Okay.
So,
Go ahead and
look
make a
over
stealth
and I
check as you're doing that. Just see how quietly you do this. Assuming you
Both
want to be
of us
quiet.
just
If you don't want to be quiet, that's fine. I don't care.
Both of us, just him.
I would say just Levy.
Well, I got another 19 plus 4 plus
Okay.
10, so
Good. Steel Skull is able to kind of raise you over, and you can see. Looks like. I didn't. Here, hold on. Just they're not in any particular order, but it looks like you can see a group of guards standing, humans standing in this courtyard. They have their weapons ready as they're just kind of some walking around, some kind of gathering things and moving them about. You see a familiar sight. Your figure. You see Leon Montiverre, as well as the guards in the area.
oh, they're friendlies. We can head in.
Why are they? What?
They're prepping for an attack.
I'm just surprised they're alive.
Okay, you guys making your way in?
Yeah, but on the way in, I kind of want to cast message to Leon and just be like, "Hey, we're coming around in through the gate, letting
Okay.
you know."
All right, he sends you back an acknowledgement as you guys enter in. You see him standing there. He looks like he's injured. He has like his kind of like a bandage over his head, and his arm's kind of in a sling. But you see what looks like probably about, not probably, I have an exact number. So you see 5 guards carrying crossbows. You see 5 carrying swords, and you see actually some guards that are wearing similar armor to. Sorry. Basically, the guards in the villages wear slightly different armor than the guards in the castle. You're guessing the guards in the castle are a bit more higher ranking. So you see 4 of those guys standing as well. And as you guys approach, Leon's like, my friends, it is good to see you this time. You are a sight for sore eyes, that is for certain. Please, we need to move quickly. We were about to be attacked before. It looks like my father led an attack here. So we must move quickly.
Yes, I saw one run off towards the main group, so we might have company. So we should go quickly. Do you have any injured? And we also have rope for you.
He's like, good, yes. We need supplies. Please give me whatever you have. Plenty of injured villagers inside the chapel. Our plan is to escape down the back wall here, down to the lower ground outside the wall. But we didn't have enough rope to be able to do that from where we're at. So with the rope that you have provided, we may be able to do that.
Great.
Okay.
I'll hand them here. I have like 5 healer kits, and I got some rations here for everyone. So I'll hand over like all the items.
All right, and he hands them to like one of the guards, who like rushes them in. Who has the other stuff? Is it Steel Scar? Are you giving your
Steel
stuff
Scar
as
was
well?
I have the other stuff. I have 4 healer kits, and I'll hand them over as well.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll pass over the healer kit I was holding and
Okay.
rations that I just have for my own stash.
All right, one of the other guards rushes that inside, and they disappear. And so, yeah, Leon, standing in front of you guys, is like, all right, well, so here's our problem. There are some of the villagers will be able to make their way down by themselves. Others, I'm not so sure. I think they're going to need the assistance of some guards. So now that you're here, I can send some of the guards. Sorry, I guess I'm in my throat. It's the Rona.
Oh no!
Oh no! Dungeon Master, don't die on us. Careful with the Rona.
So he's like, I can send some of the guards over to help these people get out as we begin to make our escape. I'll have to send some down as well to make sure the area stays clear. I will probably have to send about 4 of them since you guys are here.
Okay.
Agreeable?
Are we going to be? We're going to be going over the wall, correct? And we're not going to be like walking down.
He says we are going to be going over the wall. The villagers are being over the wall. We are staying here until they are all out, and we need to prepare for an attack because they were about to attack us before my father arrived, and I would not be surprised if they make their way back here.
Okay.
He's like, just to be certain, I don't know that they're coming back, but I want to be prepared in the worst chance that does happen.
I have an idea of what we could do. I have a spell that could bar entry for anyone trying to come through these gates.
We can also close the gates, and you can use
that would be
your
helpful.
immovable rod.
That's very true.
Okay, so at this point he sends away 4 of the guards. So they're all gone. They die. No, I'm joking. They're off.
Well, we don't know
people.
what happens to them.
Yeah, you don't know what happened to them at this point.
Take a hike.
So yes, go ahead and he's like, we do have some supplies that we were able to gather in the chapel. We have some wooden barrels that we've emptied out of any supplies we could find. We were able to find as well 4 wooden crates. We have 2 gallons of oil that were to use from the chapel services. Numerous wooden pews inside. There are still plenty in there as well. And there are 4 metal poles used in the chapel services, candles, torches, and a handful of broken stained glass windows. If you guys want to make your way inside the chapel as well, you can. Or if you want to wait outside, you can do that. But at this point, you guys are basically in preparation planning mode. So tell me what you'd like to do to prepare. If you have any questions, let me know.
Okay.
And whatever you want to do, let Leon know. He's kind of the guy running the show.
Leon, I'd like to cast Lehman's tiny hut on top of the position you're standing on, and that would create a 10-foot radius dome that no enemy could enter or see through.
He says, I'm going to be honest with you.
Here.
I don't know much about magic, but if you have something that can bar entry, that will be quite helpful.
Yeah, that would be great. So I'll make it on like basically the square he's standing on right now.
Okay.
And it's a 10-foot radius around that.
So You're not casting it yet, but when you're going to do
I'm
it, it'll
going to
be-
ritually cast it, so I'm going to start casting it now since I can
Okay.
cast it as a ritual.
Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can. Can I draw a circle? Because that'd be draw a shape. Let's see if
Yeah,
I
you
get a
can.
No, that's the color. How do I do it? So I see draw shape. I
So
click
you
draw
hold
shape.
Alt. So click draw shape and hold the Alt key, and that lets you draw an ellipse.
Okay, someone just did it. Awesome.
Well, I don't know
Cool.
how big you want me to make
Oh,
this.
10-foot
Um,
radius around
10
it.
foot
Yeah.
radius.
I basically just did it. It's like the whole square space that I put in.
Is it really that big?
Yeah,
Isn't it?
it's 10-foot radius.
10 foot.
From
His point.
So it's
Is it from
10.
the
It's
center,
10 going either. Yeah. So he says he's putting it here. God, I'm on the wrong thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's putting it
it's
here. So it's 10 feet in either direction.
yes.
Okay.
So that would be
Yes.
accurate.
Only 9 creatures of my choosing can fit inside of it, so I'll say all of us, Leon, and then I guess some random guards.
Are you
allowed
wanting?
to.
So
I
I need to
cannot leave
understand.
this area though. That is one thing that I cannot do. Is I'm not allowed to leave this area. Otherwise, it dispels.
It does.
Yes.
Interesting.
I
As,
think-
if I leave the area, it goes away. But as long as
Oh, spell
I
ends
stay
if you
inside-
leave its area. Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. And once you're inside, can you leave it?
Yes.
Ah.
Anyone that is in our party and that I allow to can enter and exit as they please, but enemies are permanently barred.
Okay. All right. So you guys watch as Levy sits down and begins the ritual right here in the middle. What does everyone else want to do? And so as you say that, Leon's like, he's like, a magic type. I'll be honest with you, I don't know much about magic, but if you have something that can bar their entry, go for it.
I'm talking with Steel Scar about potential ways where if they do breach and we need to hold back the flood, the number of spells I can put on him to just make him Hodor. Protection from what we got. Protection from evil, bless, a few other things. Yeah, so we can have you hold the door.
I can hold
Yep.
the door.
So
I
yeah,
mean-
I give him one of my 2 rings. So if necessary, I can cast warding bond on him. So I have
Yeah, they're gonna have
I
a
guess-
they're gonna have a problem getting
Right.
into the sphere anyways because they can't enter it.
They're physically unable to do it.
Okay, but you still gave me a ring, right?
Actually, I think that you never got it back from you last time, so you.
No,
still
I
have the
didn't.
ring.
I
Yeah,
still
so
have
you
the
still
ring.
have
You're
this.
right.
Yeah, I never asked for it back. So
What ring is it?
Just the
warding bond. It has so the components are 2 rings, so both participants have to be wearing it. So
I didn't realize the components were rings. Okay, I thought it was just
so I
spell.
gave him the ring on like session
Cool.
12.
Glad you read it because I didn't.
It's only fair. That's
Okay.
why. That's why I need to talk to you about what animal options for your campaign you allow for the find steed spell.
Ah,
Right?
okay,
What my
that's fine.
options are when I eventually.
Gotcha. Yeah, we'll figure that out.
Yeah.
Okay. So Casimir and Steel Scar are beginning to do that. Elamir plans you guys, and so basically, for out of game terms, the way that this stretch looks, the path leading up is everyone remembers High Hrothgar, right?
Yes.
It was this winding path. That's basically what this looks like. Winding path back and forth. There's like broken stone and
A lot
looks
of
like some
switchbacks.
monuments. Yeah, so it basically goes up, loops back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. So any enemies coming up this direction have to go and do that. Yep, they have to go back and forth to get up. They could attempt to climb if they want, but it's quite a steep incline.
Ooh, lightning javelin.
So Elamir, did you have anything you wanted to do to prep? You guys have the oil, you have the wood barrels, you have crates, basically a ton of wood, oil, torches. That's the supplies they were able to find.
So, Dungeon Master, I have a quick question. because of
Yes.
What you said. Does this path have 7,000 steps?
No, it does not.
Well, if they just take small steps.
They take
one
tiny
one
steps.
thing, guys. We can't cast out of this dome. This is a protection dome for us only, like so that they can't get in as we're letting the people escape. So if we want to throw things down at them as they're coming up, we will have to peek out of the dome.
Yeah, you can do stuff out of it, right?
Yes,
You can like
they-
shoot and throw stuff.
No. So it says here that all other creatures
move,
and
reach.
objects are barred from passing through it. Spells and magical effects can't extend through the dome or be cast through it. So, I can't
All right, I
tell
gotta
if
look it
that's
up.
from us or
Tiny
for
hut.
them.
No, that's from us and from them. So if we're
Yeah.
inside, let's say Elamir wants to shoot an arrow, it will not pass through the dome. He's
Yeah.
got to literally step outside of it to shoot. And
Yeah,
if
let
you
me
wanted
see.
to cast Eldritch Blast, nothing would go out through it.
So you
Well,
can move.
I can't leave it, so I
he
can't.
can't leave it.
And me and Casimir, we can't throw javelins through it.
Yeah, so I'd have to step out just outside in order to
Yeah.
chuck a javelin.
We'd have to
Correct,
step
but I
outside
can
to
stay
chuck
back
javelins.
here and I can offer support for anyone that needs it. So if you attack and then come back inside, then we can like support each other that way.
Okay, so yeah, just looking up confirmation. So yes, the only one who cannot leave it is Lev. Anyone who he allows to he's designated to enter can enter and leave as much as they'd like.
Mm-hmm.
You cannot. It looks like you can't throw things out of it. Wait, hold on. Let's see. No, you can.
Nothing
I'm
can
just
go
trying to
out
read.
of it.
I'm trying to read what people have said because I've seen this question asked before. No, actually, they don't need to leave the hut. They can see through the hut, and arrows that are inside the hut when it's created can pass through it freely, so they can shoot through it.
Huh. Okay. Well, I guess that's can.
I guess that counts
Cool.
for javelins.
So
too?
anything you have, I'm assuming anything you have inside the hut when you cast it can pass through it.
Okay.
Sweet.
That makes sense. So any arrows you were to
So if you have things you're wanting to
Ooh.
throw out of it, you want it
So
to
the
be
dagger.
inside of it when you cast it.
Yeah, I do have my
Encore.
dagger.
So you can just play catch with them.
So what I'd like to do in whatever makeshift way, because I don't have much time, but basically just have a something to stand on so that I can peek over the wall.
Okay.
And then I can try to coordinate with some of the soldiers if they're willing to basically have fire barrels ready to like roll down the hill.
Okay.
Elamir, you could use the immovable rod and set it against the wall and stand on that.
True.
Sure, you could.
A
Just
little
duck-
surfboard.
duck it.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So you want to do that, Elamir? You want to
Yes.
put the move rod up? All right. So you put the immovable rod up. Yeah. It seems like the fire barrels, that was something that Leon had also considered. So it looks like the men were already in the process of putting some of the oil in the barrel. So it looks like you're able to fill up about.
I'll help with that. So there's nothing of danger immediately.
So if you guys are wanting to use up you want to use up all the oil or part of it? You have 2 gallons, which is 16 pints. Which, if you look up the object in D&D, I believe it's 1 pint. Just called oil in it.
So how many barrels could we actually have?
You think a reasonable amount needed? God, I can't talk. Amount needed to do what you want to do, which I'm assuming is roll it down. And are you wanting it to like explode or just catch things on fire? Is it?
¿Por qué no los dos?
I was gonna say maybe I decide to shoot some of them as they roll down.
Okay.
If video games taught me anything, barrels always
Exactly.
explode when you shoot them.
I mean,
So they probably wouldn't explode. You could douse them in oil and they would explode. You could throw them down and maybe have a lid off or something so they spill oil on the ground, and then that would
What
set it on
cantrips
fire.
do we have?
we could also grab some rags, soak them in oil, and Elamir could shoot them with his arrows.
You could do that as well.
Does that affect my abilities at all?
No.
No, I would say just having a rag.
Cool.
So, yeah. Leon is explaining this to you. That the options is basically you could set it on fire, roll it. You could leave the lid off and roll it, and it would leak oil on the way down. And so you could set that that would set the ground on fire. It depends on what you guys want to do with it.
I have an idea, guys. How about we have some of these barrels, we fill them up, and as we roll them down, Elamir, we could attach a cloth to a few tips on your arrows. Actually, like light them up so you shoot the barrels. Fire hits barrel goes boom, people die or Gnolls die. In this case,
Let's keep the people from dying. That's the goal here.
All right, sounds good.
Okay, so you guys are basically gonna roll the oil down in the barrels, and then he's gonna light it on fire.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, he's gonna
Okay.
have basically like a rag on the tip of his arrows. We
And
like
light.
stone and flint, and then
Light the oil from the barrels on fire. Okay.
yeah.
So I will say you guys are able to get probably about 4 barrels with some oil on them. The rest of the barrels, it seems that the archer guards have taken some and are using them to do something similar to you, Elamir, and look over the wall. So you have 2 over here, and then it looks like you have. Actually, we'll split you guys up. So you have one of the guards from the castle on each side. And then Leon approaches you, Levy, and he's like, so who... Sounds like you can only certain people are allowed to enter and exit your
Yes.
thing here. Who would you like to be able to enter and leave?
Well, I would like to have my friends who are with me, and then you, of course, and anyone that you can recommend.
I would say too. I speak up and like I would say if Elamir's shooting, maybe 2 more people who can shoot at distance.
That would probably be very helpful.
Okay. So then we'll put 2 of the veteran guards in here, and then
Yeah.
so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 2 more can enter and leave.
Yeah, it's going to be 9 that can
Total.
enter and leave.
Okay, so then he's going to suggest his other castle guards as well.
It's 9 with me, so they'd be
With
10
you,
people.
okay, gotcha. Oh, okay, so 10 people total. Okay, then we'll put another. He'll put another melee guy in here as well.
Cool.
So basically, this guy will be over here, since Elamir's on that side. These guys are here for melee. All right, and you guys are looking down that direction. All right, so as you guys are doing your prep work, you in the distance among the flames, the burning Nátal. Oh, actually, before that, no, you do. You see what looks like torches beginning to make their way toward the chapel.
I've been wanting to do this. Elamir, what do your elf eyes see?
Of course you would say that.
Oh, you're muted.
You're on mute.
Oh, they see torches.
You can make a perception check if you'd like. Leon does suggest that you guys go in the chapel to see if, in case you guys have to retreat into the chapel for whatever reason, to take a look
Can
inside.
you guys scout it out for me since I can't leave this area? Well, I guess I technically could go like 1 square into the
You
chapel.
could go
and, like,
look into
view.
the chapel, yeah.
Yeah, I could go
I'll
look.
go check it out.
Okay, what did you roll your perception to see what was
14.
coming? 14. It looks like you can't quite make out the figures, but it looks like a large group is making its way this direction.
Ooh, okay.
Can we have someone check the walls to make sure that no one comes up the walls that way? Like on either side, on the south or the west side of the
Like
sheer
someone
face.
on wall duty.
Yeah,
You can assign that to the
You
other
can put,
guards.
you can put these guards. These guards are over here. They'll be patrolling the walls, and you have looks like archers on either side as well.
yeah.
So yeah, you're not talking about patrolling outside the wall.
No, inside the wall, just
Okay.
to make sure that if we see them coming up like the rock face, if they have
Yeah.
like some way of climbing it easily, then we can make sure that they're going to do that. Since we can protect kind of from where they're coming in from the front, but if they try and come around like from the side, then we might get in trouble.
Okay. All right. Who is wanting to go in and look at the chapel inside?
Me.
I'll take a peek.
Okay, so you guys enter the
but I won't
chapel.
leave.
You can see. You enter it's a very similar chapel layout to what you saw. You guys saw at the castle. Basically, you gotta have like a foyer, have some doors that lead into a large sanctuary, and then up front you see like where it looks like someone who would have been given the message or whatever it is that they are doing. As you enter, you see a lot of injured people, villagers. It looks like the guards who've been working have removed. You don't even know how many are in here, but they're making progress. You can see them kind of picking people up, other villagers picking up the injured people, and starting to help try and move them out. There is a door over in this side. Wait, I just don't have a thing. Off to the right-hand side here, that they're kind of exiting out to the back here of the chapel near the wall that they're trying to escape out of. So basically, you have the foyer here. Can you guys all see it? It's kind of off to the side of the map.
I can see it.
Okay, cool. So you have the foyer. There are steps on either side. Just up there seems to be a small room for people. Nothing super interesting up there. You see the door. As you enter in here, you're seeing a balcony with steps that go up, just probably about 10 feet high. There's a balcony on this side, balcony on the other side, and there are just lots of pews and stuff. You see these large stone pillars just as support beams for the building. You see the steps that lead up to the whatever you would call this, the area that the person would be giving the sermon
Altar?
from. Altar, sure. And you see like the thing that the person would be giving God, I'm just losing words, man. The
Oh,
pulpit where they'd be giving
pulpit, yeah.
the message from. And behind you see kind of a small pool of water.
Cool.
So I don't know if there's anything you want to do in here to prep for anything if you need to or not.
Can I assume that the pool of water is holy water or blessed?
You can approach it and see if you'd like.
Okay, yeah.
Just roll a religion check.
12 plus 3, 15.
Okay. Yeah, you're able to inspect it and you're able to determine yes, it is a pool of holy water.
Okay, so if we really need to dunk somebody,
Just take a skeleton, throw his face in.
just full submersion.
Baptism. All right. If there's any other prep you guys like to do, it looks like the host is moving.
I have a question.
And closer. Yes.
Who's this chapel to? Do we know?
You can roll a religion check if you'd like.
Yes, please.
15.
15.
19.
19.
18,
It seems like, Casimir, it seems like neither of the chapels you've visited here in Redbrook are dedicated to one particular god.
Cool.
They just seem sometimes when you're in the large chapel there, Casimir wouldn't know this because he wasn't there with you, but the large chapel that was there, the large temple that was dedicated. Oh my god, man, I am just blanking on names. The God, it's bothering me. It's my own crap that I wrote.
Scott,
I gotta figure this out.
Second,
I'm figuring this out. No,
relax.
I'm angry. Let me look at
Chill.
this.
Chill.
Her name is Miriam, the Blessed Mother. That's what that large
Scott,
temple
You've
is.
been distracted ever since you heard the thump upstairs.
It's been a little bit. Well, my wife texted me and told me that she doesn't know what it was. She's guessing one of the kids fell out and crawled back into bed. So thought that was funny.
Poor baby.
Yeah, so this chapel is not dedicated to any god in particular, just the 12 gods of a thing.
While they're doing that, I'm just looking down the actual passing because you said they were approaching, right?
Yeah, you can see a large group. At least Elamir pointed it out. If you'd like to roll perception as they're getting closer to see what you're seeing.
All right, 19.
19. All right. At this point, you see just this large group approach. As you look down, you can see
Jesus Christ.
what looks like some sort of skeletal figures standing among the shadows and the flames of Nátal. You see hyenas, you see gnolls carrying weapons in both hands, and you see archers. And as you're standing there, you see a large hulking gnoll make his way up in front of you guys and begin to shout up at you. I need to ungroup them all real quick.
Is that Steel Scar's buddy?
You've seen this gnoll before. It is, from what you can tell, it is not Steel Scar's buddy.
It's not.
I don't think any of them is Steel Scar's buddy.
Based on the information that you have from Garagar, you are assuming that this is Ragdulu the Taskmaster.
Yep.
You can see he's got this blackened fur. It's tough to see, but you can see this illuminated scar running across his face. It's just kind of glowing this green color. And he carries this maul or flail with just these 3 flaming, smoking skulls in his hand. And he looks up at you and he's like, let me catch up on my notes. He says, "You thought you were clever." God, I missed my suit. Okay, he's like, "You thought you were clever. We had suspicions that one of the whelps of the Lord and Lady of Redbrook were here, and that is all but now confirmed. Prepare yourselves, for we will drink your blood and chew on your bones." And he raises his flail into the sky as he just lets out a as the siege, the Chapel of Nátal begins. And we will call that a night for tonight.
Nice.
Ah, darn.
Oh shit! It's about to go down.
Tension.
All right.
Well then.
Darn.
Yeah, I figured this would be good to hold off for one more session to actually get into this.
Oh,
Yeah, it's probably gonna be a while for for
It'll be-
getting
it'll
into
be-
this.
it'll be
so
a bit on
amped up.
battle.
I'm like, let's keep going. Damn.
All right, everyone. Well, thank you so much for joining us. It's a little bit of a shorter session today, but didn't want to be staying up. I have a feeling this will go a little bit with this fight.
Don't worry, guys. Next section is gonna be legit.
It will be fun.
Yeah, we're just gonna
Um,
launch Steel Scar with a catapult, with
just
magic
the-
weapon, Warden Bond, Shield of Faith,
Just set him on
protection from
fire.
cold, blast,
Send him down.
extra stuff. Just be like, go have some fun. Come back when you're tired.
Awesome. All right, guys. Thank you so much for listening to Adventure with Advantage show. Be sure to like us, subscribe. If you've got a Amazon Prime subscription laying around, we'd love to have the support. You will find us. We'll figure out the exact time, tweet it out, but it'll probably be 2 weeks from today that we'll be meeting. We're all locked up anyways, so I don't think we all have a lot going on. Thanks so much, guys, for hanging out with us tonight. So long.
Have a great night.